Hello friends, welcome to KK Java Tutorials. Guys, in this video tutorial, I'll show you how to make your local project as a Git compatible project. Means this is my local code which I have created as a MVC application and I have tested. Now I finally decided to convert this project into a Git project, and so that I can push my changes into the github.com, right? So that other people, other my teammate can clone this project and they can start working. But before, as first time, I'm going to basically push this code in the github.com. So while pushing the code, certain things you need to keep in mind, like dot setting folder. Inside dot settings folder, this files are basically related to Eclipse, so we don't want to check in dot settings folder. Apart from that, inside the build folder, if you go, then these are the binary we have, means dot class files, and we don't want to check in dot class files as well, right? So people when clone this project from github.com, and when they start building, then this folder will be automatically created, right? And this Eclipse related this settings is specifically related to Eclipse that I don't want to check in as well. So first of all, how we can convert this my local project into a Git project? So directly you can navigate on this location using Git bash, and you can convert this project right away into a Git project. But I will not do that. Just for better understanding, I'm going to basically create a new directory in some other location. I'll copy paste these files there, and then I'll show you how to basically convert this project into first Git project, Git repository, and then how we can push same on the github.com. So here is my uh, git bash, and here I'm going to back, and let's say move into the e directory. So my git bash is pointing to e directory, and here I'm going to just create a folder with the same name, with the project name, right? So I make a directory, so I'll say mkdir and then directory name, right? So this folder has been created. I'll navigate on this folder, right? So let me clear this terminal. Now if I could show you, this folder has been created into my e drive, right? So here you can see this folder has been, this is completely blank. Now first file what I'm going to create, first of all, this blank directory I'm going to make as a git repository. So basically I'm going to create an empty git repositories. For that you have to use git init. That's the basically first command we are going to use, so that we can create empty git repository. So here you can see .git subdirectory has created. This has a many files, and this basically converts this project into git repository, right? Now first file I'm going to create using touch command, and that is nothing but a touch dot git ignore file that I'm going to create, right? So here you can see dot uh, git ignore has been created. If I do git status, then this is saying one file is created, and that is untracked file, right? Now what I'll do, I'll I'll go to my github.com. I'll create a repository with the same name. So here I'll go to GitHub and create on the new, and I'm going to create basically I'm going to create a repository with the same name, create repository. Then this is telling me to some suggestion, right? So now we have a repository with the same name, right? Now what I will do, I'll go to here, and now I would like to push this my .git ignore files on my remote repository. Then how we can do that, that suggestion is already given. First of all, git init we had to issue, that already we have done. If we want, we can add readme.md file, that I'm not going to add as of now. Now here first of all we have to add this is an untracked file, so we have to add into the staging area. For that we have a git add and then file name or period. You can see that period you can put, so that all the file will be added into the staging area. If you do git status, then here you can see this file is added into the staging area. Now we have to commit, right? As per the next suggestion, we have to commit this file. So git commit and dash m, you have to give the commit message. So it's adding git init, sorry, git ignore file, right? That's the commit message we have given, right? And afterwards what we have to do, as you can see, I have a local repository. This is my local repository, and we have created a remote repository with the same name, but these two are not linked yet. So we have to link these two things. We have to link the remote repository with local repository, and for that we have this command, right? So this command I'm going to run over here. Let me clear this terminal. Okay, so now our remote repository is linked with my local repository. After that, what we have to do, we have to issue this command git push dash u origin master. So now we have a master branch, and that we have to whatever change we have done the local repository, we have to push on the remote repository, and that's what I'm doing. So here you can see, now if I go to the github.com and if I look into this, basically from here we can navigate. If I go to this repository, there you can see dot git init file is committed, right? That is available. Now what's the use of git init? So before that, what I'll do, all this file I'm going to push into my local repository, right? So this is the original project that I'm going to from here I'm going to copy all the files over here, right? Now here, if I do, after copying this file, if I do git status, then you'll see sorry, git status, then this is showing me all untracked file. Means this file, first of all, we have to add into staging area, but this is tracking dot settings folder as well as build folder, but this folder I want to ignore. So what I'll do, I'll open this git ignore, and here I'll do we can use wildcard dot class, right? So so basically dot git ignite basically dot git ignore file is used to basically we can instruct to git to ignore some files, like class file we would like to ignore all the class file dot class file. So here you can see, you can give the wildcard, so that this folder contains build folder contains all the dot class file that will be ignored. And after that we would like to ignore also settings folder, so directly we can give the folder name as well, right? There are many pattern you can specify over here. Now after saving this, if I go to here and if let me clear the terminal, if I do git status, then here you can see now git is basically not tracking that build folder as well as settings folder that has gone away, right? Now we would like to add all modified as well as new files into staging area. So I do git add and period to add all files into staging area, right? After that, if you do git status, then here you can see all files have been added into staging area. Now we would like to commit these files, so that file will be basically committed to a local repository. So I'll do git add git commit and then dash m commit message committing some, sorry, committed some new files. That's the commit message I have specified. Now this has been committed into our basically local repository. Still this will not be visible on my remote repository. If I refresh this one, you will not see those files are pushed over here. So what you have to do, you have to do git push, right? So I'd say git push. Now our local repository is synced with the remote repository. So I'll do git push, and after pushing these changes, if I refresh here, then you'll see all files will be available on this remote repository, right? So I hope you understood what's the basically remote repository, or this is also referred as origin master, right? Master branch. Here you can see master branch. When you post your first time your code, then that will mark as a master branch. Out of this master branch, either you can create a dev or a stage or test branch, any kind of branch you can create out of this master branch. So that's all I have in this video tutorial, guys. I hope you enjoy learning this video. Guys, big thank you for watching this video, and see you there in the next video tutorial.